Hi, my name is Christopher Brown, and I'd like to welcome you to our online community. I'm sure you don't have time to waste, so let's dive into this. Every so often, I hear skeptics ask about real ways to make money and improve some area of their business, and I always smile because I know they don't understand how leverage works. They are so used to working 8 hours a day and getting paid for those 8 hours. If they want to make $100,000 a year, they believe they have to make at least $50 an hour, working 40 hours a week for 50 weeks a year. So when they hear stories of someone making $100,000 over a weekend, it doesn't make sense to them. When someone has spent time building a large following, they only need a small percentage of that audience to respond to their message to generate enough income to provide for their family. However, it may take significant time and effort to build a following large enough to reach your financial goals. But just think about how much easier it would be to find someone who is already successful and have them send a message to their following endorsing you and what you have to offer. The very first time I did this, I made a deal with Joel Broughton, who sent out an email to his customer base endorsing what I had to offer. Within 6 hours of sending that email, it resulted in 141 sales. Many companies focus on acquiring one customer at a time. On the other hand, we work collectively as a team to bring in hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of new customers, depending on the size of the deal. Many of you already have a large enough following on social media to make your first $100,000. I want to pay you an average $93.50 for every friend, customer, or email address you refer to help medical offices, real estate agents, restaurants, and other local companies grow. The reason we're doing this is because the DMA, Direct Marketing Association, says that an email newsletter subscriber is worth $187 over the lifetime of that subscriber. For every dollar spent to acquire a new subscriber, you can expect to make $40 in return. Spend $1, make $40. Spend $2, make $80. How many times would a company do this? As many as possible. Russell Brunson, who has tracked the results of over 100,000 small businesses, found that an email subscriber can sometimes be worth as much as $500 per month per subscriber. For many of you, this might not be the first time you've tried to make more money or provide for you and your family. The marketplace is filled with gurus and opportunities promising you results. However, it's unlikely you'll experience the same results for yourself because there are so many tricks and gimmicks that make success nearly impossible. Instead, by working with attorneys, real estate agents, medical offices, and other real businesses, you'll be adding real value to your community. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Christopher Brown. My last job, I worked as a business strategist for a $400 million marketing firm, often working with executives from companies like Ancestry.com, Crete Trucking, and Procter & Gamble. After doing an average of 60 sessions per week, many with executives from billion-dollar companies, I noticed a pattern we called the billion-dollar blueprint. It's a framework that many existing billion-dollar companies use and brought that same success to the internet. Yes, there are unicorns where some idea catches fire, like when Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion. But when smaller companies follow the billion-dollar blueprint, I have seen them go from zero to $1 million in as little as 90 days. I've taken what I learned from these companies and created a shortcut for you to find a high-paying income helping small businesses. You don't need years of experience, a college degree, or a warehouse full of products to sell on Amazon. You also don't need to create your own digital products or master complex blogging, email marketing, or YouTube videos. Instead, you can partner with us and our network of companies. If you have a job, you likely want one that pays the most money for the least amount of work. Business owners, on the other hand, want the most work for the least amount of pay. The key is finding a balance between what businesses want and what employees need. A business owner won't pay you more than the value you provide. You don't get paid for the hours you work. You get paid for the commercial value you bring. Because I understood this, I earned nearly $15,000 in just 1 hour at a $15 per hour job. What would normally take 29 weeks, I achieved in 1 hour by creating more value for the company. Many people complain their company doesn't pay them enough, but no matter how rich a person or a company is, if they spend more than they make, they'll still go broke. Companies only pay top dollar for people who either bring in revenue or save them money. For example, my friend Al Nin gets paid $10 million a year because he saved Procter & Gamble $100 million. He's done the same for Toyota, Victoria's Secret, and others. When I worked for a company, Joel Broughton introduced the idea to merge another company's customer base with my boss's customers, allowing us to offer our products to their audience. This deal would help my bosses make more money. However, we came to another agreement than originally planned where I did nearly $15,000 over a 6-hour period. The next time I did this, I made a deal with one of my coaching clients and his dentist that helped his dentist do $6.5 million over a 12-month period. These are extreme examples, but they demonstrate how much easier it is to work together to provide for your family. Many of you have already tried making more money. The marketplace is crowded with promises from gurus, but success often remains elusive due to tricks and gimmicks. However, by working with real businesses providing real services, you have a better chance at success. According to Gallup, 72% of Americans dream of owning their own business. But being a business owner isn't in everyone's DNA. That's why I'm offering a different opportunity. All the perks of owning a business without the downside risks combined with the security of a job. This is called being an entrepreneur. You'll earn income without a traditional job, set your own hours, and enjoy freedom while receiving mentorship and support from established businesses. This is how one of Netflix's founders got started, by building his own company within a mail order business, which gave him the skills to launch Netflix. You, being an overachiever, want to see what works best for your success. Helping local businesses grow is something you can feel good about. You'll make an impact while benefiting from systems we've already built. To learn more, I invite you to join our free online community. We'll provide you with tools and resources to help you succeed. For example, Joe Polish sent a letter on behalf of Len and Annette, who ran a small business. They secured deals with 3 local companies, which brought in $1 million in new business. Imagine doing the same for businesses in Los Angeles, or even for yourself. In the following modules, we have laid out a step-by-step plan to help businesses expand. For example, in our next module, I will explain in more details how I did nearly $15,000 in my first 6 hours. One more thing, stay healthy, have a great day, and I'm glad I could help you.